This ranch was my sister Annie's little piece of heaven, and I came to appreciate her point of view on that. And at first I didn't understand it, but with time I came to realize it really is, this is a special place. And again, her little piece of heaven. I've always viewed it as sort of from a painting, because you have the canopy of the trees coming over the lane, and it's a gravel lane, and it winds its way up, and the first corner you come to, you see our pasture number 1, and the cows will be there sometimes, and then you wind your way past our hazelnut grove, and then continue up, and then you make the bend, and you see the house and the barn, and it sits high up above everything. You're ascending up to it, and you look to your left, you can see the lawns. You look to your right, you can see the pastures. When you get to the house, the barn is to your right, and we've created kind of small decks in places where you can just sit down and take a load off. The property is called Abbey View Ranch, and the reason being is that the view, which is probably the most spectacular aspect of the ranch, is of the Mount Angel Abbey, which as the crow flies is about 5 miles away. But it's like you can reach out and touch it. During the day, it's neat to just sit there and look at it, but at night when it's illuminated, the lights are on, it's a spectacular sight. And then they play their chimes and bells during different times of the day, so it's a neat experience to sit there and just take it all in. It's just not the view of the Abbey. You can see clear to the Coast Range, you can see to the Chehalem foothills, which is wine country. You can see the top of Mount Hood from the back of the property. So the views are spectacular here, but the most prominent view is that of the Mount Angel Abbey. And then the main house sits at the top of the property, and we have, a master living room, a master bedroom on the main floor. We've got the knotty alder ceiling and walls, and that was installed 10 years ago. There's a beautiful wood staircase that leads up to the second floor, and a local craftsman built that, and it's just solid, very attractive. There's a lot of antiques in the house, but they add to the personality of each of the rooms. Upstairs, there's just some really neat antiques up there. We put Adirondack chairs all over the property, kind of keep things casual and leisurely. At the same time, functional and useful. We have a wood pile in the breezeway, so it's easy to restock the wood stove during the day and evening. So little things like that were thought about. But again, we want this to be a unique abode, not just a square box that you live in. This is meant to be special. It's a sanctuary, it's peaceful, everything about it, the sunlight coming through the trees at different times of the day. We'd like to pass this on to somebody that could appreciate what's up here. And again, that calmness that I talk about, I hope that that's what they see. This is the removal from the rat race, and that's something I very much appreciate. And that's what I hope whoever acquires this property would come to see and appreciate.